Earlier this year, I had a big conflict with someone close to me. I was mad at them, they were mad at me, I felt hurt and betrayed. They probably felt the same thing. The thing is, I realized that it wasn't really about what happened, it was about what we both made that situation to mean, what our beliefs were about the situation. And they differed greatly and in multiple places. And afterwards, I firmed up my opinion on where does conflict come from. So I believe that there are three pieces to a conflict. The first is the situation, like the grounded events of what happened. The second is the constructs of what we think should happen given that situation. These could be familial, cultural, personal constructs, and they are not the same from person to person. And the third is based on the situation and the constructs, what are we making that mean? So we the situation I'm going to go with is entering someone's home with my shoes on. Now, if me and the other person both believe this is a normal thing, this is natural, then there's no conflict there, right? We both believe the same things, we both have the same constructs. But in a lot of cultures, it is expected that you take your shoes off when you enter a house. So if someone's construct is that I'm supposed to take my shoes off when I enter the house and I do not, then we have differing constructs. Now, this is not enough to create conflict right here, because a lot of things can happen when we get to the next step. So if they think that I should take my shoes off and they attribute that to, I don't know any better, I'm from a different culture, I forgot, then they give ease and grace, then there's not necessarily conflict. And actually, there is the opportunity for connection there. They can teach me about themselves, they can teach me about their culture. I can learn. And if I show up to that situation, then we can become closer and there's no conflict. However, if the other person says, that is extremely disrespectful and you did it on purpose, then we are in a conflict, right? They feel disrespected, they could feel angry, they could feel hurt, betrayed, whatever else. And so it's that piece around what they've made, that conflict of constructs, that actually creates the conflict there. And the way to navigate it is to start being curious and start asking why. You know, if you go in with your immediate first response and say they were disrespectful, then you in turn are creating the conflict. But you can slow down and you can say, hey, I wonder if they understand the things that I understand, or they believe the things that I understand. I wonder what would happen if I asked them. I wonder what they believe in this situation, and start to get really curious about why that might have happened. And so you can do that. You can take those steps from the moment that there is this break in constructs, and you can do it after conflict has occurred. You're already fighting, you're already angry. You can start asking yourself, what did I make this situation mean? Like, is it me that made it disrespectful, or did they try and disrespect me? And what are they making it mean? What do I think they may mean? And the crux of it is to start to ask the question, why? Like, start asking the other person instead of creating an own narrative in your head and running with that narrative and believing what your narrative tells you, because that narrative might be true for you and might not be true for the other person. And personally, I think that almost all conflicts would be averted or resolved if we just slowed down and we started thinking about, some people don't have the same knowledge as me. Some people don't have the same beliefs as me, and asking them what their beliefs are, why they did what they did, and seeing if there's room for a remedy. Because most people in that situation, if they knew it was inappropriate or disrespectful or whatever the case may be, they would honor that belief system. They would honor that construct. But if they don't know and they unconsciously do it, then it is a little bit on you if you are the one who is getting hurt by it. So that is my theory, that's my thesis on where conflicts come from, how to navigate them. And I'd love to hear from you and understand, if you have conflicts in your life and you try this, how it works out for you and how this shifts your perspective.